Welcome to this visual explainer. Today, we're diving into an absolute revolution that's quietly happening right under our noses. Forget the massive cloud servers run by tech giants for a second. We're looking at how a standard, everyday PC can be transformed into a completely private, highly secure, and incredibly powerful AI powerhouse. Your computer can do way more than just stream Netflix or run games. We are talking about running actual autonomous AI agents locally, right on your own hard drive. Let's get right into it. Can your PC really keep up with ChatGPT, completely offline and totally private? Now, that might sound like science fiction at first, but the answer is a resounding yes. The world of open-weights models has just exploded recently. Models like QN or DeepSeek are literally climbing to the top of the global leaderboards, and in some cases, they're actually beating the massive closed-source giants. And the absolute best part? They can run entirely offline on your machine. Absolutely zero data leaves your PC. If you're dealing with sensitive corporate data or private documents, this is a total game changer.
Okay, let's dive into this. When we talk about local AI, the whole ecosystem basically splits cleanly into two digestible halves. On the left side, we have language models, LLMs. Think of these as the brain. They generate text, process logic, write code for you, you name it. Then on the right side, we have diffusion models. This is your creative canvas. They handle generating stunning images, videos, or even tweaking audio. And the crazy thing is, you can unite both of these worlds right on your desktop.
Part 1. Language Models with LM Studio.
If you want to run these language models locally, you need an intuitive, highly secure interface like LM Studio. But before we get into the practical stuff, we have to talk about the sheer scale of these models. And that brings us to this massive number, 671 billion. So what does that actually mean? Well, that's the number of parameters in one of the top-tier open-weights models out there, DeepSeek. You can think of parameters as the different viewing angles an AI uses to look at and solve a problem. More parameters generally mean a smarter, much more nuanced model. But as you can imagine, this massive brain power creates a pretty huge physical roadblock.
An uncompressed model with 671 billion parameters takes up a staggering 1.3 terabytes of storage space. Yeah, you heard that right. Terabytes. For a normal user, that is a massive bottleneck. Literally, almost nobody has enough RAM or a graphics card with 1.3 terabytes of VRAM just sitting around to run a language model. So this is where standard PCs seem to hit a brick wall.
Part 2. Parameters and Quantization.
So, the crucial point is, how on earth do we shrink these massive models down so they actually run on your laptop or desktop without completely dumbing them down? The absolutely brilliant technical workaround for this is called quantization. Simply put, it's a compression method. It shrinks AI models by reducing the bit precision of their parameters. To put that into perspective, think of it like video resolution. An uncompressed model is like watching a crisp 1080p full HD video. When we heavily quantize that model, it's like dropping it to 720p. The file is way smaller, maybe not microscopically as sharp, that you're still watching the exact same movie. The model gets compact, runs on consumer hardware, but stays incredibly smart.
Taking a look at this table, in the first row we have FP16 or 32-bit precision. That's our full HD quality. These gigantic, uncompressed formats are mainly used by developers for actually training the models. But look at the second row, formats like Q8 or Q4. Here, the precision is dropped down to 8-bit or 4-bit. The model literally shrinks down to just a few gigabytes, and these Q formats are exactly what you use to run models locally and incredibly smoothly inside LM Studio.
Now, if you're wondering exactly which quantized model you should download, just remember this simple golden rule. GPU larger than model. Basically, if your graphics card, your GPU, has, say, 8 gigabytes of VRAM, just download a model file that's smaller than 8 gigabytes. It's that easy. That ensures the entire model can load directly into your graphics card's memory. The result? The AI generates text lightning fast. Honestly, just like typing back and forth with ChatGPT. And you know, these local LLMs are way more than just simple chatbots. They are absolute workhorses. They can easily write flawless code for games like Snake. But it gets even better for real-world tasks. Using RAG, Retrieval Augmented Generation, you can feed the model a highly sensitive, confidential lecture contract as a PDF, and it'll summarize the key clauses for you, without a single word ever touching the internet. Or you can use its OCR vision capabilities. Just upload a scanned, handwritten invoice, and the local AI accurately extracts the total amount and the dates. 100% privacy. No data leaks, ever.
Part 3. Image Generation with ComfyUI.
All right, so we've successfully installed the brain locally.
Now let's step out of the text world and look at how we can create stunning visual assets securely right on our own hard drive. The go-to tool for this is called ComfyUI. It uses what are known as node-based workflows to run incredibly powerful diffusion models like Stable Diffusion XL completely locally. Now, when you open ComfyUI for the first time, I know all those boxes and messy lines make it look a bit like rocket science. But don't worry, it's essentially just a logical drag-and-drop system. You literally just connect your text prompt to the model with a line, and out pops your image. And again, the best part? It's all happening locally. Your ideas, your images, your hardware.
Part 4. AI automation and agents. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is this is where we merge both worlds. We're escalating this to the absolute wow moment of the explainer, making the AI fully autonomous. We're transforming a passive chatbot into an active, independent agent. The secret sauce here relies on two digital bridges, the automation tool NN and the MCP, or Model Context Protocol. When you combine these tools with LM Studio, you're suddenly giving your local language model arms and legs. The brain can now independently decide to open external programs on your PC, use tools, and execute entire tasks completely free from human intervention. I know that sounds like pure magic, but it actually relies on a very simple, repeatable procedure. So how does this work in reality? Step 1, you build your image generation workflow in ComfyUI and just export it as an API JSON file. Step 2, you import that JSON file right into your local NN automation tool. And step 3, you connect NNN directly to LM Studio using the Model Context Protocol. Just like that, you've successfully wired up your AI brain to your creative visual canvas.
And that leads us to this spectacular payoff. What can your autonomous local agent actually do now? Picture this. You open LM Studio and just type, "Create an image of a dog in the forest and send me an email when you're done." That's it. The local AI completely understands that complex prompt. It then automatically triggers ComfyUI in the background to draw the image. ComfyUI finishes and saves that image locally on your PC. The language model realizes the drawing is done, automatically drafts an email using your linked Gmail account, and hits send. You literally just watched your local PC execute an entire, complex workflow completely on its own.
And the brilliant thing is, we're really just scratching the surface here. These models are only getting smaller, smarter, and way more capable. If your standard everyday PC is already capable of acting as a highly secure brain, reading private contracts, drawing images, and completely controlling autonomous agent workflows today, then it leaves us with one final, very provocative question. Why on earth do you even need the cloud tomorrow? Seriously, think about what this massive shift toward local AI means for your own setups and projects. Thanks for joining us for this explainer, and we'll catch you next time.